to school in local school, 1947. I never know. I thought I was just going for a ride. That was the time we only used horses, and there was no vehicles around. There was only priest of a car in the reserve. And I was happy. I thought I was going to go for a ride. Some of us think about that. They never really explain it. How long I'm going to go and what I'm going to go there for. Nobody explained that, you know. All I know is the sisters and the priest, there's a cattle truck. We have to go there in a cattle truck, you know. I don't know how many of us, about 10, I think, from Beaver Lake. There weren't that many from Beaver Lake. But we support each other in there, some girls, but you can't talk to your brothers when you're left up there, because just the other side there, you could only smile at them when they're males, when they're eating, you know. We're not allowed to talk to each other. And we have to stay there straight 1 year. I stayed there straight 1 year. Because it was hard. If parents to go and visit you by wagon too, not now vehicles, you know. You go any place now, but that was the time that was harder for many things, you know. But Native people know how to survive, you know. It was hard when I heard this, you know. I just couldn't sleep. I got mixed feelings. Either I get mad and there's nothing I could do about it. But it shouldn't be like that. You guys are lucky. Your kids come home. They say, take care of yourself and make sure to work at school. See you, be nice kids, you know. But up there, once you go, you go. You don't see your parents. Way after now, we got a little Christmas, we stay up there, and in the summertime, after that, we go home now, you know. It's, I don't know what really more to say, but sometimes it really hurt, you know. You're not supposed to cry. You're not supposed to hug. I don't know what you're supposed to do, you know. You're so confused when you're young. And nuns and what they teach you. And but good thing we survived there. We survived, we talk English and Cree. The ones that talk Cree.
My dad was forcibly sent to Blue Coals when he was 7. He never told me his story, but my Auntie Leona had said to me years ago, there's many things that a father just cannot say to their daughters. But he didn't have to tell us his story. We saw it. And I know what he had to survive. And I remember I had to write him a letter. Our class was asked to write letters to the survivors in our family. And my instructor said, write a letter to your dad's 7-year-old self. Say everything you want to say to him. And so I wrote in that letter, and I said to him, Dad, keep going, because one day you're going to have a beautiful wife and a beautiful family and lots of grandchildren and great-grandchildren. And for all the days that you were not loved in that school, we will love you even more.
If you got a number, you're living it, and we're here to honor that, and we're here to say, like, let's take some action to just, break those cycles, whatever you have to do. And it's tough. It's tough when that's all you know, that's all you grew up with. But let's do more for our community, more for these kids, because they're amazing. I got to work with a lot of them, and they're so bright and they're so amazing. And like I said, we're in it together to make it better. So let's do that for each other.
But now that old church is gone, and that's one of the reasons why residential schools were made. They were made to take the Indian right out of us, to civilize us, to assimilate us into something new, a different culture, a new language, and a new way of life. They tried to take away all our languages, our religion. It wasn't until about 1950 that there was freedom of religion. I recall when I was a child, I was an altar boy here, and a priest during gospel time said, "You people will not do any more sun dances." But the people defied this and carried on with the sun dances. It's always existed.
If you do not speak the language, then get going and learn the language. You have that sacred responsibility to learn your language. You were born with the Cree language. Therefore, kanehiawi inoma, kanehio toto at sikahyo, kiskinahamaganakota. I urge you to learn your language. Wasam, anytime you speak your language, you're enlightening and you're making proud our ancestors. We wow epitas, and they're saying, no sisim epikswatik mate ntuhtawatan, mate towitsihatanik. That's what they're saying, tapwe.
It's been the hard last couple of weeks. I've been doing a lot of work, working with the chiefs in Alberta on this very issue, on this very thing that's come to reality. A lot of elders shared their stories, their testimonies of what they went through in residential school. And Canada now realized these are the truths, the reality. They're not stories that are made up, it's actually genocide. So it's hard to talk about this, but at the same time, it's the beginning. I see it as the beginning of a healing. A lot of people carry that intergenerational trauma, it's called. We may not have been there at the residential school, but it certainly affects us today.